Volunteer firefighter here. This happened around late November of 2018. Dispatch drops our tones for a missing 16-year-old female. We are told to meet a sheriff's deputy at the fire station and await further instructions. I turn on my dash light and drive to the station to meet up with everyone else. We get the girl's clothing description, last known location, etc. We all get in the trucks and start driving around to each of her friends' houses, gas stations, the school, all the local businesses and motels. Our town has a population of about 1,500 residents with only a handful of local businesses. My partner and I were pulling out of one of the gas stations when I thought I saw someone walking in an empty cornfield. I tell my partner to stop as I grab the spotlight off of the floorboard. I shined the light on what I thought was going to be our missing person, but it was actually a man mid-40s wearing torn-up jeans, cowboy boots, and a torn white t-shirt stained with what I thought was dirt. I get out of the truck and start walking down the hill and into the field. I called out to the man, and when I did, he turned and started walking away. I told him politely that he wasn't in trouble and we were just looking for someone. Then he stopped but didn't turn around. As I tried to get closer to the man, I felt a sudden urge to go back to the truck and leave. I turned around and starting quickly back up the hill towards the truck. About halfway up I turned around and the man, in an empty fucking cornfield, was gone. I ran the rest of the way back to the truck, slammed the door and told my partner, "Get us the fuck out of here," and, "Did you fucking see that shit?" He says he did and that he too had an uneasy feeling while I was talking to him. I don't normally believe in the paranormal, but this something you can't just put off as smoke and mirrors or your imagination. It's just one of those things that remains unexplainable. Shortly after this encounter, the police chief ended up calling off the search for our town and shifted the attention and manpower to the next town over, where the missing girl was later found unharmed partying and drinking with her friends. As for me and other firefighter, we don't talk about the man in the field. Ever. Around 2002-2003, I can't remember. I was at my best friend's house for the weekend with another friend there as well. Now my friend lived pretty far from town, down a country road in the woods. This East Texas. You had to turn off a farm road and down a dirt road into the woods a couple miles to get to his driveway, also dirt, and cross a small bridge over a pond to get back there. I'm going into detail too much. My point is, he lived in the middle of fucking nowhere. We had explored the woods around his house before but never went too far. This particular day we decided we were going to hike the woods much further. We were walking for a couple hours and came onto a path clearly made by a four-wheeler and followed it. At the end of the path, which was only a couple hundred feet, there was a small clearing in the woods and in the middle a cabin. The cabin was a couple feet off the ground, supported by blocks, and had a front deck. We decided to check it out, since we're dumb kids. The windows were all barred, the door was locked. It gets weirder. The cabin was surrounded by playground equipment. Old playground equipment, like 1950s to 1960s era. When we walked behind the cabin, that's when we all three got really scared. There were several mounds of dirt and shovels laying about. Almost like graves, but we couldn't know for sure. We decided to leave at that point and found our way back to my friend's house. It gets weirder. A few years later, when we were all around 16 years old, it came up in conversation and we decided one day to go look for it again. This time we brought my buddy's .22 rifle, just in case. We eventually did find the path again and followed it, but this time when we got closer we could hear people and decided to peek through the brush and see. Everything about the cabin looked the same as before, but this time there were four grown men with two four-wheelers standing there talking. And I mean some hillbilly-looking dudes, y'all. We were a couple hundred feet away from them and watched them for maybe 30 seconds before one of them spotted us and yelled out to us. He got on his four-wheeler, and we ran. We ran as fast as we could until we couldn't hear him anymore. After that we never went back. And my friend moved closer to town that year. It still gets brought up in conversation sometimes and all of us have a real sick feeling about it. My friends and I stumbled onto a creepy cabin in the middle of the woods when we're 13. Went back a few years later and were chased by hillbillies on four-wheelers.